Leo, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Leo love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking on that little bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Leo tarot reading for you. Now let's get on with this Leo May 2023 love reading, because today we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. And I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in May 2023. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Leo, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify everything with a second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now, I do have to give you a little bit of a disclaimer, I guess. This is not for you, Leo. This is for cross-watchers, because I've been, the past week or so, been getting a lot of flames and hateful comments from cross-watchers chastising me, yelling at me in the comments about how wrong I am and how backwards I have everything. Like, I even had one lady last week leave me a comment, big long paragraph with like 6 sentences that all ended in 2 or 3 exclamation points, yelling at me for how wrong I am. And she admits that she's cross-watching but doesn't understand what that means, apparently, because she's telling me I've got it all backwards, and finishes her big long screaming comment demanding that I redo the reading and correct it, because she's not lying to them, they're lying to her. Which, I get it, you don't understand what cross-watching is. That means cross-watching is when you're watching a reading for a sign that is not your sign. So this is a reading for Leo about Leo's love connection. So I'm talking to Leo in this reading, which means if you're not a Leo, that makes you a cross-watcher. Like, I get it. If you have the hots for a Leo and you want to find out what's going on with them, and that's why you're watching this reading, I have no problem with that. But you have to understand that that makes you a cross-watcher. And when you're cross-watching, 99.99999% of the time, energies are going to get flipped around backwards, which means you have to take it backwards. So when I'm talking to Leo about their person, if you're a cross-watcher, you have to take that as if I'm talking to you about Leo. You just flip the whole reading around backwards, and then it will come out correct for you. So I just got to say that, because I'm tired of getting screamed at in the comments and having people call me names and tell me how terrible I am and how wrong I have everything, when in actuality they just don't understand how to interpret a reading that isn't for them anyway. So that's out of the way, Leo. You can completely ignore all of that, because you know how this stuff works. So let's get started. What's the mutual point of interest between Leo and their romantic person of interest here in May 2023? That was pretty quick. Okay, let's get 3 cards for you, Leo. What's going on with Leo as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them here in May 2023? Got you. Alright, what's going on with your person? Let's get 3 cards for Leo's romantic person of interest. What's going on with them as it relates to Leo and the connection between them in May 2023. Let's get one more, please. That one, thank you. Let's see what we have. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Fool. This is the very first card of the Major Arcana. It's the first card of the whole tarot deck. It's card 0. It represents a new beginning at something. This is also that kind of an energy of just like having the blind faith to just go for something. This is not a person who needs to know what all the steps are from beginning to end before they take the first step on something. This is not someone who needs to know what the final end result or outcome is going to be before they take the first step on something. This is about saying, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to leap off the cliff, and I'll worry about how to grow wings on my way down. I will figure this out as I move along. So that type of an energy here. This is just like, we don't need to think about it. Let's just do it. Under that, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight in the deck. This is very slow forward movement, very slow forward progress on something. That story, the tortoise and the hare. Well, this ain't the hare. This is the tortoise. Very slow and steady, wins the race kind of an energy. Usually someone who doesn't want to skip steps on anything. They follow the step-by-step process exactly. They don't try to skip ahead and rush anything. This, a lot of times for me, is an indicator that someone is wanting something to happen at a pretty decent pace, and instead of that pace, they're getting the snail's pace. This is usually a really frustrating energy when you're going through it. In fact, most of the time, when you're actually going through this Knight of Pentacles energy, it's almost impossible to tell the difference between this and the Hanged Man, where the Hanged Man would represent progress is completely halted and there is no forward movement and things are just totally stuck, like the brakes are locked up. There is progress. It's just so damn slow that you can't see anything moving from where you sit. It would be like trying to watch a flower grow. Like you could literally watch a flower all day and stare at that thing all day and not see any movement happen. Looks like it's not growing, but it is growing. You just can't tell. Like if you watch it on a time-lapse camera and you watch that footage back and it's all compressed down into a few seconds, you can literally see the flower grow from there. So this is that kind of an energy where there's something that you want to move quickly, but it's not, and it's really frustrating. Got some Capricorn energy under that of the Two of Pentacles. Twos are always choices or decisions. The Pentacles represents the physical world, physical reality, tangible things. So this is some sort of a decision about something physical where I can't quite make my mind up on it. And I've got these two options and I'm weighing the options and I'm looking at the pros and cons of these options and I'm asking questions like, do I or don't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Kind of going back and forth on something. This is like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out, kind of an undecided type of an energy where I'm kind of flip-flopping back and forth on something here. On the negative side of this card, it can sometimes represent someone is juggling two people here. I don't really have anything out here that would suggest that though. So that's the overall energy of the reading. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in May 2023, Leo. Doesn't always affect you both exactly the same way. Sometimes it can be a case of this person has said or done something and now you're feeling or acting this way, or vice versa. Or sometimes they have done this and now you're feeling the ramifications of it, or vice versa. Sometimes there's legitimately some external thing that is affecting both of you here. So the mutual point of interest between the two of you here in May 2023 is the Hanged Man. I alluded to that a little bit here when I saw this Knight of Pentacles. Like this feels like no movement's happening, but it is. This would indicate progress is actually stuck on something. There is no forward movement on something. This is Pisces energy of things just being at a dead standstill and not moving. So let's clarify this and find out what is going on with that. Tell me more about the Hanged Man, please. Why is that the mutual point of interest between Leo and their romantic person of interest here in May 2023? Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. This is the Virgo Major Arcana card. This is a card of withdrawal, isolation. A lot of times this can represent communication shutting down, or if not stopping completely, it's different than it used to be. It's a lot slower paced. It's a lot more time in between the communications. It's like shorter and sweeter, not necessarily sweeter though. This is also an energy of someone being forced inside themselves to do some soul searching, to do some deep inner reflection, some deep contemplation, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. This is usually not an energy that people willingly go into, like voluntarily. Usually something happens to force you into hermit mode. Usually what'll do that would be like the Tower, or the Ten of Swords, or Five of Swords, or Seven of Swords, or death, or some big thing happening that's like, whoa, this is all different now, and it usually will force someone in there to like do some looking around inside themselves to figure out what to do. Under this Hermit energy, I have the Wheel of Fortune. In terms of zodiac signs, this represents the 4 fixed signs, so Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. This can be divine timing. I've seen 2 references here to something moving really slow when I want to just go for it right now. And then another reference here to things actually not moving at all. This can represent divine timing. In other words, something's going to happen, but it's going to happen when it's supposed to and not a minute sooner. This can also represent a change in the luck and fortune. So if things were going great, this could be the wheel spinning the other way, and now things go to hell in a handbasket pretty fast. This could also represent the opposite of that. If things have been going bad and things have been stuck and somebody's been in hermit mode here, this can represent the wheel spinning the other way, and now it starts to correct itself again. This is usually an energy of like, basically what is supposed to happen is going to happen, and there isn't really anything either of you can do anything about that. It's just, it's going to happen when it's supposed to, and what's supposed to happen will happen. Have the Six of Cups right behind that. This is Scorpio energy of the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, thinking about the good old days and the way things used to be between the two of you. It represents a very deep emotional connection between two people. It can even represent someone from the past trying to make a comeback here. We are in Mercury retrograde right now. I think Pluto also just went into retrograde. I'm seeing this card showing up in just about every reading I do here recently. So we've got some sort of thinking about the past here going on, possibly a history between the two of you in this connection. Something has changed here. And then we've got somebody being in hermit mode trying to figure out, well, or potentially both of you being in hermit mode. This could just be talking about communication between the two of you stopped and then something changed about that. Not 100% sure yet, but when I clarify this Hanged Man, things being stuck, I get the Eight of Pentacles, Strength, and the King of Wands. Got some Leo energy all over the table here. I got this Eight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. This is a card of work. It's about putting in the work on something, putting in the time, effort, and energy on something to get what you want, or at the very least having the willingness to put that work, time, effort, and energy into something. This could be saying right off the bat here that things are stuck and progress isn't happening because of work. Could be work is getting in the way, career getting in the way. It could be things are stuck and we haven't been communicating right and we're trying to turn this wheel the other direction because we have a lot of history together in this connection, a deep emotional connection, and both of us are now willing to put the work in on that. Next I have Strength, which is the Leo Major Arcana card. Every time I see this card, it tells me that there is a very difficult situation that the two of you are going through here, and it's requiring a lot of internal strength in order to even make it through it. You have the internal strength to make it through this. You're just kind of being forced to dig down deep inside yourself and find that internal strength and then tap into it. This can also sometimes be an energy of someone who's trying to tame that beast inside themselves, like they're trying to rein themselves in, they're trying to hold themselves back, not let themselves rush off too hastily on something and make some kind of a mistake that they don't want to make, so they're trying to contain themselves and not let their emotions get the best of themselves. Could represent either of those things. That could be another reason why we're stuck here, like somebody's wanting to move forward here, somebody's wanting to take the leap of faith on something, but maybe work's getting in the way and they're trying to rein themselves back from taking that leap, and that's what's keeping things stuck. Got the King of Wands next, which is more Leo energy. This is either Leo or Sagittarius energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person that knows exactly what he wants, and he doesn't take any crap. He knows what he wants, and he's going to go get what he wants. This is not the person that lets obstacles get in his way and lets things keep him stuck. This is the kind of person that's going to go get what he wants. He's either going to find a way to get what he wants, or he's going to make a way to get what he wants. It's usually someone who's very charming and good looking and charismatic, and people like him and like to be around him and like to follow him. This is also the King of the Wand suit, the pinnacle of the wand suit. And I'm getting ahead of myself, but Leo, your very first card out here is the Ace of Wands, and this is the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. It's the male phallus, using it to be intimate, sexual energy. This is the pinnacle of that suit. So this is not just someone who's very driven and motivated and determined. It's someone who's also very driven and motivated by sexual energy. So that's the mutual point of interest between the two of you. It's affecting you both here in May 2023. It's not uncommon at this early stage of the reading that I don't fully understand exactly what this is trying to say to me. I come back to this as I go through your energy, Leo. Usually by the time I get part of the way through your energy, then I can see very clearly how this applies to you. I'll come back to it again as I go through your person's energy, because then I'll be able to see how it applies to them. But that's the shared energy affecting you both. Leo, your energy in this connection for May 2023 is the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Sun. Ace of Wands, I just told you, this is the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. It's the male phallus, using it to be intimate, sexual energy, sex. This would represent a new beginning in passion and desire, like a passionate new beginning. In a love connection, this either represents sparking up a brand new passionate connection with someone, or it can represent trying to re-spark a connection, trying to re-spark the passion and the desire in the connection, fire the connection back up. It could also just represent a whole lot of sexual energy between the two of you. It's your first card, Leo, and a person's first card is always their most important card. So whatever this is, it's important to you. Tell me about this Ace of Wands. Why is this Leo's very first card? Tell me more. Okay, thank you. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, Four of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is an energy of emotional discontentment, like not being fully happy with what's right here in front of you, so much so that you're daydreaming and distracted by this other cup, this other thing that you believe is going to lead you to more happiness and more fulfillment. Sometimes this can represent that there is a love offer on the table between the two of you already, and it just hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left hanging here in the air with nothing being done about it. Sometimes this can indicate, Leo, that you are contemplating making this love offer to your person and you just haven't for some reason yet, or vice versa here. But this is usually an energy of not being fully happy with what you're seeing in front of you right now. Right under that Four of Cups, I have Death, which is the Scorpio Major Arcana card. This is an ending to something. This is something dying so that it can be reborn again in a new, better way. If you think about a caterpillar, like it goes into a cocoon and it's not having a party in that cocoon. It is not fun and games for the caterpillar to be inside that cocoon. It's going through a very painful metamorphosis, a very painful transition period in its life. And when it comes out of that cocoon, like the caterpillar aspect of itself dies in that cocoon. It's not a caterpillar when it comes out. It is a beautiful butterfly instead. So it represents that painful transition period where you come in one way and you come out of it better than you were before you came in. It's just the whole process of going through it kind of sucks. This can also sometimes represent that there is a new blessing trying to come into your life, and it doesn't really have room to fit in your life because something else is already occupying the space the new thing belongs in, and the thing occupying that space is in fact already dead and over. You just haven't let it fall away yet to make room for something else. I'm not really necessarily feeling that as much as I'm not happy with the way things are, because a piece of this connection feels like it has died. But it's because there's this energy of working on it here, and this energy of wanting to take the leap of faith, and this energy of like I have the strength to make it through and I know exactly what I want. I mean, I've got Leo energy all over the place here. This is really feeling like this has been a very painful transition period in this connection, and it has sucked going through it. I've got the Nine of Wands here, Sagittarius energy of being walled off and defensive about something. This is also a card of healing because that's the wounded warrior, and he's been hurt, hence this wall he's built around himself. This is like a defense mechanism for him. It's a way to protect himself from getting hurt. He's been hurt. He doesn't want to get hurt anymore. He doesn't want to continue to get hurt. So he's built this wall as a way to protect himself. Now, the problem with that wall is if you look at it, it's just a bunch of sticks in the ground here. Like, can you seriously tell me that if I wanted to get to this dude and hurt him, that those sticks in the ground are going to protect him from me? It's not. I'll barrel right through those sticks and get to him and hurt him. And I'm not a huge dude. So a lot of times the walls that we build around ourselves as a way to protect ourselves from getting hurt don't actually prevent us from getting hurt. They usually are more likely to wall us off and keep us kind of like fenced off in the corner of the yard and prevent us from getting to the thing that we actually want. Looks like that might be this Three of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value, to build something great. The thing you would typically be building together in this energy is the Ten of Pentacles, which would be maximum stability and abundance and prosperity, like the combining together of lives in the physical world, like blending lives together, building a life together. This would be the teamwork involved to get to that point. And there's some wall in the way of that. Potentially you, Leo, have put up a wall in the way of that because something was hurting you. That could be why I'm seeing this energy of things being stuck, but then immediately followed by an energy of I've got the strength to get through this and I'm willing to put the work in on it and I know exactly what I want and I'm going for it. Now, when I clarify this Ace of Wands, which is starting to feel like sparking a connection back up, I get the Moon, the Six of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So the Moon is Pisces energy of fear, worry, anxiety, usually from uncertainty. Like when the moon's out, it's dark outside, so it's really hard to see the full path in front of you. In fact, some things can be hidden in the dark. There's stuff that you just can't see going on around you. It's even hard to tell, am I on the right path anymore? Did I make a wrong turn somewhere? Is this even the path that I'm supposed to be on? Should I turn around and go the other direction? So that level of uncertainty can cause fear and worry and anxiety in someone just because they're unsure of where they're going and is this the right way to get there. It can sometimes represent something being hidden in the dark, like a secret being kept here. Could be that we've got a secret about the wand here, somebody starting a passionate new beginning. It could just be that I would like to re-spark this connection and I'm uncertain about, is that the right path for me or not? Is that even going to be possible or not? I do have the Six of Pentacles next, which is Taurus energy. This is a card of balance. It's generosity. It's reciprocity. Like you scratch my back, I scratch your back. You take care of me, I take care of you. So this is a card of balance and equal give and take. So this could be having some uncertainty. Can we spark this back up? Can we balance this connection back out and get it to a spot where it is equal give and take? This could also be saying, though, I'm almost feeling like two different messages here. This could be saying that there's a secret being kept about someone's wand, and this can also represent the merchant giving to two people in the physical sense. I do have the Three of Cups next, which is Cancer energy. This has got two distinct meanings as well. This is either a third-party love connection because we do have three cups of love in the picture. I've got some hints that that could be the case, but this could also be totally taken as I'm trying to re-spark this connection and balance it back out, and I'm uncertain if that's the right thing to do or if it can be done. This could be reconciliation, being reunited and celebrating. So I'm feeling two really distinctly different messages there. It's entirely possible that two messages are coming out at the same time, and it's going to be one way for you, Leo, and a completely different way for the very next Leo that shows up after you to watch this. I do have to say I am a Leo myself. I'm a Leo Sun, Leo Venus, and Leo Saturn. And I'm seeing a lot of what's going on in my personal story right here. So it's entirely possible that it's fitting you one way and fitting me a completely different way and vice versa. So I've got this Eight of Wands next, which is Sagittarius energy. Side note, I'm a Sagittarius moon. I've seen a couple Sagittarius cards. I'm Scorpio rising. I've seen the Death card out here. So I'm feeling like this one's calling me out just a little bit. Eight of Wands is the second fastest moving energy in the deck. This is very fast forward movement on something, very fast progress on something that there's a lot of passion and desire for. It can also represent rapid back and forth passionate communication between the two of you. This is also a card of travel, so it could indicate travel. It could indicate that we've got some geographic distance between the two of you. In fact, I have a couple of cards out here that could indicate that. That might even be one reason why progress has been halted here. This is very fast moving energy. It can also represent a lot of energy coming at you all at one time to the point where it's like trying to drink out of a fire hose. It's too much all at once. It's like an overwhelming amount of energy happening. Central to your energy, Leo, is the Queen of Pentacles. This is Capricorn energy. Again, feeling like it's calling me out. My fiance is a Capricorn. She comes up as the Queen of Pentacles for me just about every time I read about her. This is one half of the equation that builds that Ten of Pentacles we alluded to here when I saw this Three of Pentacles. The King and the Queen of Pentacles work together as equals to build and manage that Ten of Pentacles. So this is half of the equation here. This would be like the wife figure, like the fiance figure, the stable, committed person that I'm building my life around. This could represent your energy, Leo. This could be a mother type of an energy here. The centerpiece of the home and the family type of an energy here. Could be that we're trying to re-spark a connection with that type of a person, or you are that type of a person and there's this interest in re-sparking the connection here. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles, please. Why is that central to Leo's energy here in May 2020? Okay, we got a lot going on, it looks like. Thanks. Come here. All right. Got way too many cards there. Normally I get 3 clarifiers. I got 4 for the first column. I just got 6 here. So I got double the amount that I normally would get. A lot going on with that energy. Bottom of the deck. The Hermit. Saw this already. Virgo's Major Arcana card. Withdrawal, isolation, communication, either shutting down or dramatically changing. This is also an energy of someone being forced inside themselves to do some soul searching or deep inner reflection or deep contemplation, trying to figure out how to move forward from here. Wheel of Fortune again right behind that. This is either divine timing or this is like something that's supposed to happen and there's really nothing you can do to change it. Could be a change in the luck and fortune here of this connection. It's the same exact cards in the same exact order. 6 of Cups, Scorpio energy of the past, thinking about the past, thinking about the good. This is really feeling like something changed with this concept of combining lives together between the two of you. And either someone went into hermit mode and that changed things, or there was a change that forced someone into hermit mode to figure out what am I supposed to do about this thing that I felt was supposed to happen. There's a lot of history here, and now I'm doing a lot of thinking about the past and reminiscing about our connection and the depth of our emotional connection and what I'm supposed to do. There's that King of Pentacles right underneath that. This is, like I said, the other half of the equation that goes with this Queen of Pentacles. They build the Ten of Pentacles together. This would be like husband and wife, or people that are living together or are headed down the path toward living together in marriage. Can't make this up. Ten of Pentacles is right behind that. The combining together of lives in the physical world. This is most people's goal in the physical world. This is like happy, stable, abundant, prosperous home life where no one wants for anything. We're all together physically in this happy family, building a life together, building our lives around each other. When I clarify this Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups, 7 of Swords. A lot of cards here. Looks like a problematic thing happens here. We got this 9 of Pentacles. This is one step backwards from the 10 of Pentacles that we just looked at. This is a singles energy. This is like with you or without you or in spite of you. I'm single and I'm abundant and I'm prosperous in my own right. I don't need someone to physically take care of me. I don't need someone to financially take care of me. I can do all of that on my own. Now, this is not an energy that indicates, Leo, that you want to be single. It just represents that you kind of are single in the physical sense of things and that you don't actually need someone else in order to be whole in the physical world. Looks like we have some sort of a problem here. There's also directly beside that is the moon. So there's some element of fear, worry, and anxiety tied to being single here. Could also represent, like this is the card that comes after the 8 of Pentacles. So in the the fits, like sometimes pentacles will represent money, so this can be work, trying to put in the work to get the money. This would be reaping the rewards of all the work that's already been put in and getting that kind of money here. There could be some element to business here that might be in the way, some element to finances or work that might be in the way. There could be some fear, worry, and anxiety tied to being in that stable, I can take care of myself position for you, Leo. Next card we have to clarify this Queen of Pentacles is the Five of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. Fives are a conflict of some kind. This is some sort of a loss in the physical world. This is usually abandonment. This is usually being cast aside, being left out in the cold, being discarded. This can be an energy of a breakup. This sometimes can also be an energy of feeling not good enough for some reason. But this, most of the time for me, is some sort of a breakup has happened. I've got Queen of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles separated kind of way down here. A lot between the two of you here, like in terms of something being in the way. And it looks like there's some singles energy and a breakup taking place. But right beside this Five of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. So this is like balance and equal give and take and trying to balance things back out. Or it could be saying that there was a breakup because there was a secret, there was someone acting single when they weren't. There could be this energy of giving to two, causing a breakup. You got to take that part whichever way it resonates for you, because again, I'm getting the distinct impression that there's two separate messages here for two different Leos. Six of Wands is next, which is a Leo energy. This is a card of recognition. This is about being recognized for something, or usually more often than that, you coming to some sort of a recognition yourself, either about yourself or about your person or about the connection. But whatever it is that you're recognizing is allowing forward movement to happen here. That is sitting right here beside this Three of Cups, which again can represent either a third party or it can represent being reunited and celebrating. Five of Cups is next. Scorpio energy. Again, fives are conflict. I've got two of them here in this column, so it wouldn't surprise me a bit if there was some sort of a conflict between you and your person here. This is a card of sadness and remorse about the past. It's about being focused on these three cups that have been spilled out and all the love and emotions that have been spilled out and wasted and all the time and effort and energy that's been spilled out and wasted. There are still two upright, completely full cups in the background here. That represents the Two of Cups, a love connection between the two of you. So there is still a connection here between the two of you. It just doesn't have all of the focus right at this minute here. The focus instead, and that's what this card at its core is really about. What a person focuses on will literally dictate the emotions that they feel. So here the person is focused on the past and they're feeling what they felt in the past. They're focused on something that they've lost and they're feeling that loss. They're focused on something that they think is missing in their life and they're feeling that gap in their life. But what they're not focused on is what they have. What they're not focused on is what they could be happy about right now. They're not focused on the connection. So this is an energy that is really indicating to me someone has their focus in the wrong place. And it's leading to some negative emotions. And that could be the thing that's being recognized here. I've got this Queen of Pentacles that I'm either, in this case, Leo, this is either you and you're trying to become the centerpiece of the home and family in terms of combining lives together with your person, or this is your person showing up over here and that's how you're viewing them. But then we've got immediately backing down into the singles energy instead. And then an abandonment, a breakup, but then some sort of a recognition during a time when there's this thinking about the past and sadness and remorse about the past and potentially realizing, wait a minute, my focus is in the wrong spot here. And recognizing that. Whatever you're recognizing is allowing forward movement, that's for sure. Next I have the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. This is a very loving, mothering, nurturing type energy. It's in the same column as this Queen of Pentacles I'm clarifying here. So I've got two like mother type energies, two like very loving, nurturing type energies here. This would indicate that there is a lot of love and emotions between the two of you still, that you still feel a lot of love and emotions for your person. It's interesting, though, because the Queen of Cups is the only character in the deck that keeps a lid on top of her cup. And she does that because she's trying to protect her emotions and stop them from getting contaminated. She doesn't want anything to get in her emotions and mess her up. So she keeps a lid on top of it to stop that from happening. But what she really wants, like, she's guarded with her emotions. But what she really wants to do is take the lid off and pour her love and emotions into someone. Final card we have here to clarify the Queen of Pentacles is the Seven of Swords. This is Aquarius energy. It's got three very distinct meanings. The first one is lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind someone's back, trying to get away with something that they shouldn't be trying to get away with. It's not always what it means, though. Sometimes this is a card of trying to come up with a new strategy to get what you want. Sometimes this is a card of not wanting to be hurt. Notice he's stealing 5 swords here. The 5 of Swords is a very mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. He's stealing the 5 swords because he doesn't want to be hurt by those swords. He doesn't want the swords used against him, and he doesn't want to be hurt by those. So he steals them to make sure that can't happen. So it can be self-preservation. I don't want to be hurt. It could also represent leaving something behind because he can only carry 5 of the 7 swords and he has to leave these other 2 swords behind. So we've got something, again, I've got hints here in one piece of this message. Really, I only have the hints here in the first little bit of your energy, Leo. I don't see anything in the overall energy or the shared energy that makes me feel like there's another person going on. But there's the Ace of Wands and potentially something being hidden in the dark and potentially someone giving to 2 and potentially a third person involved. I do see singles energy and a breakup, but then sadness and remorse about that and this energy of wanting to pour your love into this person. This card could indicate that there was some sneaky deceptive stuff going on, but just as easily this could be a case of like, look, I went singles mode here and I tried to break up with you and I did that because I don't want to be hurt anymore for some reason. So it could even be I'm also not just not wanting to be hurt, but I'm trying to leave you behind because I don't want to be hurt. But then there's this recognition that my focus is in the wrong spot and I'm thinking about things the wrong way. And that's why I'm feeling the negative feelings that I'm feeling. So it's looking like that might have something to do with why things are stuck. That might have something to do with why you're in hermit mode, Leo. I do get this energy here, though, of something that's supposed to happen and that there's all this history and nostalgia and a very deep set of emotions in this connection. Just some, possibly even this idea that you guys are either married or we're going down the path toward marriage or living together or something along those lines, and then something got in the way to kind of like change that a little bit. Excuse me. Final card in your energy here for May 2023, Leo, is the Sun, the other Leo Major Arcana card. So I've got both Leo Major Arcana cards out here. 6 of Wands, very central to your energy, Leo. And then the King of Wands, more Leo energy. So you're showing up all over the place here. The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's happiness, joy, abundance, bliss, harmony. Like, you literally can't get a better card than the Sun in a love reading. Now, every once in a while, this can also represent illumination, as in this is the card that comes immediately after the moon. When the moon's out, it's dark outside. Things can get hidden in the dark. The sun would be the next step. The moon goes down, the sun comes up, the light comes out and gets shined into the darkness, and things that were hiding in the dark get exposed. So it could be either of those two things. Just pure happiness, like this connection has a lot of gravity to it. Like if you look at the way the solar system is put together, the sun's in the center and the planets orbit the sun because it has all the gravity. This connection has a lot of gravity for you. This connection is a source of happiness in your life. This person could be like the sunshine that lights up your life. Or this could be saying, hey, there was something going on fishy here now I'm really guarded with my emotions, and there's the potential some sneaky deceptive shit was going on, and that got exposed. So we're going to clarify this and find out exactly what's going on. Tell me about the sun. Why is the sun here in Leo's energy, please? Why is the sun here? Okay. I'm here. Bottom of the deck. Death. Again, Scorpio's major arcana card. This is an ending to something. Or it's a very painful transition period here. This is either something dying so it can be reborn again in a different way, or this is something dying so that something new can come in and take its place. Right under death, I have the Four of Cups. These are the same two cards I saw before, but now the order has reversed in them. This is Cancer energy of being emotionally discontent, not being happy with the way things are right in front of you. So much so that I'm daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that I believe would lead me to my happiness and fulfillment. I do have the Three of Cups out here in the first column of your energy, and notice they're staring at the Three Cups. I also have the Five of Cups out here, and notice this person is staring at the Three Cups, only here they've been spilled out. This could be a case that I'm not happy with the fact that our cups have been spilled. This could be a case of I'm not happy that there's a third person that's been involved here. This could even be a case of I'm not happy because I'm staring at reconciliation and us being reunited, but it hasn't been delivered to me yet. Seven of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. This is a period of time where there's this pause to reflect and take stock of this connection, to take stock of the situation you're finding yourself in. What you're really doing here is taking a look at the seeds that have been planted between the two of you, and you're trying to decide, is this ever going to grow into the Ten of Pentacles that I really want? Is this ever going to turn into us combining our lives together the way I really want? Is this worth me continuing to invest all this time, effort, energy, and work into? Or is this a spot where maybe it's not ever going to pan out the way I want it to, and maybe I should just cut my losses and move on? So this is that period of time where there's been a pause to reflect on and ask yourself those types of difficult questions here. And behind that is the Ten of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is most people's goal in terms of love and relationships, and I just got goosebumps down my left arm. The whole left side of my head is tingling here. Hair on my face is standing up. Ooh. This is most people's goal in love and relationships. This is that happy fairy tale love connection that we all dream of. This is that happy fairy tale romance, that happy fairy tale ending that we all want, like the happily ever after. That's the positive side. What most readers will never tell you is the negative side. All of these cards have a positive and negative aspect to them. The negative aspect to the Ten of Cups is that fairy tale piece of it, because we all want that so damn badly that a lot of times we'll lie to ourselves, we'll delude ourselves because we want that so bad. I mean, we all want this to such a level. We all want to believe that the connection that I'm in is this happy fairy tale love connection I've always dreamed of, when sometimes that's not actually the case. Like, a lot of this wanting that so badly will cause us to ignore things like sneaky deceptive behavior. Like, there will be stuff that goes on and red flags that appear, and we kind of just sweep that shit under the rug because we don't want to face that. We don't want that stuff to be true, because if that stuff's true, then that means this thing that we want so badly is also not true. This is really looking to me like there's a lot of happiness you get from this person and from this connection, and something is changed about it that's been this very painful transformation process, and now there's this energy of not being happy, and I don't know whether I should offer my cup of love to them or whether I should accept the cup of love they've offered to me or not. I can't decide. I just know I'm not happy with the way things are right now, but then at the same time I can't really get them out of my head. And then there's this period of time where you're trying to deal with all that stuff, and you're trying to contemplate all that stuff. and figure out, should I just cut this off and move on, or is this really going to turn into what I want? And there's just this period of time where things are stuck because you're in that type of an energy trying to figure all that stuff out. When I clarify the Sun, I get the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Ten of Wands is Sagittarius energy. This is a heavy burden that you're carrying. It's also a 10, and in tarot, 10s are completion, so this is supposed to be the completion of a heavy burden. This is supposed to be getting to the spot where you can lay this heavy burden down and move forward without carrying it anymore. It's laying directly next to this Nine of Pentacles, so this is either you having some sort of a heavy burden attached to being single from this person that you get so much happiness from. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Or a heavy burden related to being single and the uncertainty of, should I be single or not? Can I get back from being single from this person or not? I mean, clearly it looks like there has either been a breakup or some sort of an abandonment / disconnection, because I did see that Hermit card a couple of times where it looks like communication very abruptly changed or even shut down completely. Next, to clarify the Sun, I have the Queen of Wands, which is either Leo or Aries energy. It's the counterpart to this King of Wands that's out here in the shared energy affecting you both. I mean, this is a power couple. This is two cards that are supposed to be together, so a lot of times that represents two people that are maybe supposed to be together, at least in terms of the way you view this, Leo. It looks like that's what you probably think. And then again, you could be burdened by the idea of that. Like, this is someone who knows what she wants and she goes after, and she doesn't take no for an answer. She doesn't accept bullshit and excuses. Not only does she know what she wants, she knows what she deserves and what she's worth, and she won't accept less than that either. And that's sitting directly next to this Five of Pentacles here, which again is an abandonment, a breakup. And on the other side of that, it looks like the thing she actually wants is this Six of Pentacles, which is balance and equal give and take and reciprocity and everything being balanced. It's really looking like, especially having seen the Hermit and the Hangman and that Wheel of Fortune two or three times now, something shifted and got out of balance for a good minute. And during that period of time, things felt like a burden. There was this energy of wanting to be single and probably detaching again. But then there's also still this energy of all this passion and desire and all of this probably really extreme attraction and sexual energy between the two of you. And this probably a desire to make it through this difficult time and put the work in on it and fix it and figure out how to get it unstuck here. There's the figuring it out, the Page of Swords. This is communication. It's like news messages, communication. It's also that energy of someone who's doing their due diligence in terms of trying to figure something out. This can be like doing some serious thinking about something. This could be spying on somebody, snooping around, keeping tabs on somebody, scoping out their social media pages, asking people about them, like checking up on someone to figure out what the hell's going on with them. Could just be an energy of just trying to figure out, what the hell do I do? It looks like, because that is sitting right next to this Six of Wands, this energy of recognizing something. It's like, look, they're looking at the past, doing some thinking about something, and then recognizing, well, actually this is laid on the table this way, looking at the things in the past and then making some recognition. He's looking at the recognition here and the forward movement. And right on the other side of that is this Three of Cups. So this is either uncovering and recognizing that there was a third person involved, but it doesn't really feel like that. This is like trying to recognize and figure out something about being reunited, is what it's looking like to me, and balancing things out. And the burden of being single and trying to figure out, what is it that's really going on? What am I missing here? Three of Swords is the final clarifier for the Sun. Now, this is Leo energy. This is heartbreak and sadness, usually from a third energy. That third energy, though, is not always another person. It can be, but even when it is another person, it's not always like a romantic third party. Sometimes that other person could just be a nosy mom or a nosy dad or a nosy ex-husband or friends and family members or co-workers or anybody that's not you, that's not your person, kind of sticking their nose where it doesn't belong, can become that heartbreaking third energy. But like I said, it doesn't always even have to be a person. Excuse me. I've got things being stuck, and I've got 2 cards that could indicate travel in your energy. I'm getting ahead of myself, but so far 1 card in your person's energy that could indicate pretty long distance travel. So that third energy could just as easily be geographic distance between the two of you. That third energy could just as easily be work that's getting in the way, career that's getting in the way. I do have another energy that's tied directly to work, and if we're looking at the pentacles in terms of like work and money and physical assets and resources alone, I've got the 6 of Pentacles here too, which is a card of receiving money, reaping the rewards of the work that you've put in and doing all this work. So it could be work and career is that third energy here. That third energy can be literally any number of things. It could be distance, work, people, travel, like eating too many Doritos, like watching too much Netflix, playing too many video games. Excuse me. Anything that we humans do enough of is eventually going to pick up its own energy, and that can be the third energy. So it could be an addiction. It could be all kinds of different stuff. So if you're asking the question, well, could that third energy be blank, fill in the blank? If you're asking that, it could definitely be that. Now, could it also be a third party? Yeah, it could. For someone watching this, it probably is a third party, because I have some hints that there might be something like that going on. That Ace of Wands potentially giving to 2, third cup of love here. Someone may be acting single when they're not. A breakup happening. Could be sneaky, deceptive behavior. Could be. I feel like I'm really stretching to make that work, though. And I don't like to stretch and try to force things to work. So if that's what's going on for you, sorry, because that sucks. But this is really feeling like something different. That's your energy in this connection for May 2023, Leo. Let's take a look at your person's energy, because for them we have the Page of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, and the Chariot. Page of Pentacles. Pages are messengers, so this is news and messages and communications about some physical, tangible, real-world opportunity presenting itself. Most of the time for me, this would represent planning for the future, or being at the very beginning stages of having some plan for the future, like making up a plan for the future. Tell me about this Page of Pentacles. Why is that the first card here for Leo's person? Why is that the first card here? Thank you. Yeah, got you. Bottom of the deck, Hermit mode. This is going to tell us why communication broke down here, is what it's looking like. This is communication stopping, withdrawal, isolation, probably feeling your person feeling you withdraw from them. 6 of Cups. There's a very deep emotional connection between the two of you. Again, this is Scorpio energy. This is a powerful connection. There's history to this connection, and your person had the beginning stages of a plan until something dramatically changed between the two of you in terms of communication. Things got stuck. They got forced inside themselves to do soul searching and try to figure out what to do moving forward from here, and kept going back to the past with you and reminiscing about the way things used to be between the two of you. King of Pentacles. This is really feeling like you guys either lived together and there was a breakup, or you were married and there has been some sort of a breakup between the two of you, or at the minimum, you guys were going down the path toward living together in marriage, and something has gotten in the way here, and they are still thinking about you in those terms, or thinking about themselves related to you in those terms. Yeah, something changed with that. This is the Wheel of Fortune again. This is a change in the luck and fortune. Like the wheel spun the other way from whatever the plan was, and the plan moving forward was, the wheel spun and it went the opposite way of that. When I clarify this Page of Pentacles, I get the Empress, the Two of Cups, the Tower, and the Five of Swords. The Empress is the mother of the tarot deck. She is perpetually pregnant, so she's always pregnant. She's always giving birth to something new. In a love reading for me, she represents the birth of something new. It can also represent the rebirth of a connection. It's like, look, there's this plan here of either birthing this connection with you, Leo, or rebirthing this connection with you, or maybe a plan that we were going to birth something new, period. Probably in this connection, and there's the Two of Cups. This is Cancer energy of a love connection between two people. This is an emotional connection. This is I breathe you in, you breathe me in, we're connected. But it is a two, and in tarot, twos are about choices or decisions. So this can represent either a choice in the love connection itself, a choice about, are we going to birth something new? It can even represent a choice between more than one person here. Next I have the Tower. This is a foundation rocking event. This is a game changer. This is some important structure in your person's life collapses right in front of their eyes. It falls apart. This can represent the collapse of the relationship between the two of you. I do see an abandonment here on your side, a breakup on your side, some heavy burden being carried on your side, possibly an energy of leaving them behind here on your side. This is either the collapse of the relationship with you, or them having a collapse in terms of a belief system that they had, like this mental model of the world I'm operating from, this plan that I had that I'm operating from to birth something new and have this connection with you, and then suddenly, boom, that belief shatters in front of their eyes, and now nothing's the same as it was the day before that. This is heavy. This is a game changer. Next we have the Five of Swords. Aquarius energy. Again, conflict. Fives are conflict. I've got the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups over here, now Five of Swords. A lot of conflict here. This can be a conflict in communication, like bitter words being spoken, words being used like weapons. This can be an argument, a big fight, like potentially a bitter breakup. This can also be an energy of betrayal, like feeling betrayed here. This can be an energy of like someone having a winning at all costs mentality, like I'm going to get what I want, and however you feel about that or whatever happens to you in the process, well, tough shit for you, but I'm taking care of me and I'm going to get what I want. If you get hurt, oh well. It can be an energy like that. It can even just be a conflict in thinking, in terms of like they're thinking about things from a whole different perspective now, and they're conflicted in their mind because they had this plan to birth something new with you and this connection with you, and then boom, it all fell apart. Central to your person's energy for May 2023, Leo, Two of Wands. This is Aries energy. This is a crossroads in your person's life. It's a crossroads in this connection. It's a decision point for them, and it's a decision about which of these two paths leads me to the world that I really want, and which path do I need to leave behind in order to get what I really want. Tell me about this Two of Wands, please. Why is that central to the energy for Leo's romantic person of interest in May 2023? You've probably seen me do this. I realized I did it there. I haven't realized if I've done it the rest of the reading or not, but I just flipped that card right side up. I don't read reversals, so whenever they come out upside down, I just instinctively turn them right side up. Don't even pay attention to that I'm doing it. The only time I don't do that is as I go to flip one right side up, I get screamed at or have this really intense feeling that I'm not supposed to flip it right side up. That's the only time I'll read something upside down. To me, it just seems silly. These cards all have images on them, and the meanings of the cards and extra details of the meanings are embedded in the images, and it just makes it so much harder when you're looking at it upside down. And like, I don't hang pictures on my wall upside down, I don't read comic books upside down, I don't like hang upside down and watch television that way, I don't keep pictures in my wallet upside down, or the photos on my desktop or my screen on my phone, I don't put those upside down either. So I just don't read reversals for that reason. But that one doesn't feel like it should be reversed, and you probably saw me flip it over. You've probably seen me do it over here, and I don't even realize it. But just letting you know, because again, I had somebody, one of the cross watchers, flame me in the comments asking me why I do that, because that's not right. But bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Pentacles. Again, Taurus energy. This is that period of time where there's this pause to reflect and take stock of the situation and take stock of the connection between the two of you. And they're looking at the seeds that have been planted between the two of you, just like you were. And just like you were, they're trying to decide, is this ever going to turn into the Ten of Pentacles I want, where we can combine our lives together and live together, build a life together? Is this worth continuing to invest all my time, effort, and energy and work into? Or is this a spot where it's always going to be stuck and it's never going to pan out the way I want? And maybe I should just cut my losses and move on. So that's what decision point your person is at here. Is it dead? Should I let this die and fall away? And I don't think they're happy with either way. They're not happy with what's right in front of them. Goosebumps down the left side of my whole body again. Ooh, it's like real tingly bad. This is, I'm not happy. I'm looking at what's right in front of me, which is being united and celebrating. And I don't have that, and I'm waiting on that to come in, and it's not coming in. When I clarify the Two of Wands, that felt heavy right there. When I clarify the Two of Wands, I get the Nine of Wands, Temperance, the Lovers, and the Devil. This one's trying to make me cry. This person's in some emotional pain. And I see elements of emotional pain over here on your side, but I really feel it when I get over here. Nine of Wands, we already saw this on your side. This is Sagittarius energy of being walled off and defensive, but it's also an energy of healing. It's the wounded warrior. He's been hurt. Hence the wall he's built around himself. He doesn't want to get hurt anymore. He doesn't want to continue to get hurt. So he's trying to protect himself so that he doesn't get hurt anymore. This can also represent a wall in the way, a barrier in the way of something that they want. Like, there's the path. I have to choose one of these two paths, and I know one of them leads me to the world that I want, but there's a barrier in the way of that. And now I'm in this spot where I'm being forced to contemplate, is it actually dead? And maybe I can't go down the path that I want because it's walled off. Maybe I have to choose the other path. There's a barrier between birthing something with you. Next I have Temperance, which is the Sagittarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of patience. We have seen things being stuck and not moving. We've seen this energy up. I'm trying to rein myself in and hold myself back and not let my emotions get the best of me and let me do something stupid that would be some kind of a mistake. If this doesn't scream forced patience, I don't know what does. But then right under the Fool here in the overall energy, I've got that Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. Like, every card that you could get that tells me I want something now and I can't have it, and I'm forcing myself to be patient, and I don't want to be patient. That's all here for this person. This person is ready. They want to do it. They want to take the blind leap of faith. And it looks like what they want is to put in the work with their Leo. And they're being forced to be patient. This is also, this is also an energy of reconciliation. Sorry. This is, in tarot, water represents love and emotions, and here the water, the love, has been separated into two different cups right beside the Two of Cups, and this angel is recombining it back together into one, like trying to reconcile this love, trying to blend the two of you back together. At least that's in your person's energy. Next I have the Lovers. This is Gemini's major arcana card. This is a powerful love connection. It's the major arcana version of this Two of Cups. This is a very powerful connection here. Now, a long time ago, before this card was called the Lovers, it used to be called the Choice. So this represents either a choice in this very powerful love connection, or it represents a choice between two different lovers here. This is looking like a choice big time about the connection itself. I'm clarifying Two of Wands. Which path leads me to the world I want, and which path do I have to leave behind? And there's some sort of a wall in the way blocking the path that they want. And the path that they want is reconciliation with you, blending the two of you back together and getting back to this. And clearly something bad has happened between the two of you, because right beside the Lovers is the Tower, and the very next card after the Tower is a mentally, psychologically painful thing, but the very next card after the Lovers is the Devil. And notice the similarities in these two cards here. These are the same two people from the Lovers card, but here they've been trapped in this toxicity, this distorted energy for so long that it's distorting who they are. They're growing horns and tails because they're becoming distorted here. This also can represent that this connection, they feel trapped by it. Like they feel like they can't escape from it. They've got chains around their necks, chained to the podium the Devil sits on. This can represent a very heavy duty level of attraction to you, and they feel like they can't escape the power of this connection that they have to you. This could indicate that there is some element of toxicity in the connection between the two of you. This could also indicate that this connection has a little dirty side to it as well, especially with the Ace of Wands being your very first card and the King and the Queen of Wands being out here. There's definitely what it looks like is your person wants to get this back with you, and at the same time that they want to get it back with you, they also feel like, I can't escape from it even if I wanted to. But there is a wall that's preventing them from going down the path to get it back with you. Final card for your person's energy in May 2023 is the Chariot. This is the fastest moving energy in the deck. Got the second fastest moving energy out here for you. Both of these cards can indicate travel. The Six of Wands that's out here could indicate travel. That could be why things are stuck. That could be the wall that's in the way. Could be geographic distance here. This is a card at its core that's about using the will to overcome problems and challenges and obstacles that are in the way. We see the obstacle blocking the path for them here, the path that leads them to what they want, which is reconciliation with you and putting in the work with you and getting things unstuck with you. This is about using their will to get past all that stuff and move forward very quickly in success and victory. It's also a card, though, that can indicate, like, this is either the fastest moving energy in the deck, or it's every bit as stuck as the Hanged Man, because there are no reins that the driver uses to control this thing, to steer it, to power the beasts that pull it. So he uses sheer will alone to do that. And if the driver is not in alignment, it either ain't going anywhere, or worse yet, each side will pull two different ways and it'll tear itself in half as it tries to move forward. So this could indicate that there is an element of something being misaligned with your person. In other words, not all internal pieces of them are pulling in the same direction. And that could be the reason why things are stuck and have fallen apart. It could indicate that your person feels that way about you, like you have something that's not fully in alignment within yourself and you've got pieces pulling in different directions, and that's what's tearing you apart. It could even indicate that they're pulling one way and you're pulling a different way, and that is tearing you apart. It could just indicate that they want to overcome the obstacles and they're trying to will themselves through doing that. Tell me about this Chariot, please. Why is that here for Leo's person in May 2023? Okay, get one more here. Let's get one more on the Chariot, please. Why is that? Okay, we're taking more than one. Lord have mercy. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles. We've seen this a couple of times already. This is that period of time where there's this pause to reflect and take stock of it. Is it worth trying to overcome the obstacles? Is it worth putting all my time, effort, and energy in this, or continuing to do so? Is this ever going to really get me what I want? Or should I just cut my losses and move on? Things are stuck right now. And there's this period of time where they are stuck, and this period of time where this person's doing a lot of thinking about, can I get this unstuck? Or is this permanently stuck and it doesn't matter and I can't get past it? Two of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. This is, I don't know if I told you, Taurus energy, Pisces energy. The Chariot is Cancer energy. This is Capricorn. This is, you could be dealing with any of those signs. You could literally be dealing with any sign. I probably should have said this way sooner, but this is a general collective reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to tell exactly who you're dealing with, because I'm not tapping into your energy as an individual person the same way I would in a personal reading. This is me tapping into a large collective of thousands of Leo people and the person that they're connected with. So it's hard to tell exactly who you're dealing with, which is why I've tried to call out all the signs all the way through, just in case they mean something to you. But this is Capricorn energy of a choice in the physical world. Do I or don't I? Should I or shouldn't I? Will they take me back? Won't they take me back? Can we get past this? Can we not get past this? 1 foot in, 1 foot out about it, off balance about it. The emotions are rough and choppy, which is indicated by the rough, wavy water in the background. And at the same time, there's the High Priestess right below all that. That's the intuition. That's the divine guidance. This is your person's connection to spirit, source, the universe, receiving messages, being divinely guided. She's also the divine feminine of the tarot deck. How her gown flows off, it turns into a waterfall. She's the source of all the water in the tarot deck. The very next card is this Empress, and you can see the stream in the background behind her. That is the water that comes from the High Priestess. Every bit of water you see in the tarot deck, including the entire cup suit, all originates from her. So this represents that the connection this person feels for you is deeper than something physical. It's deeper than something emotional. This is a very deep, probably spiritual level connection that they feel with you. Yeah, the Star. This is Aquarius Major Arcana energy. In a love reading, this can indicate that your person believes you are the one for them. The Lovers can indicate that they believe you are the one for them. They believe that so deeply that they're probably obsessive about you, probably feel stuck to you, feel like they can't escape the pull of the connection with you, feel divinely guided toward you and feeling like you're the one. This is also the card that comes immediately after the Tower, which we've already seen. When the Tower collapses, and now everything is different than it was the day before, and this important thing in my life has collapsed, and this belief of how I thought things were going to be between us has collapsed. It's really hard for this person to see their way moving forward from that. And this is the guiding light from the universe that shows up to light the way for them, to light that path forward for them so they can see what to do moving forward. This is where hope comes from. It's where healing comes from. So this tells me your person has the hope that they can overcome these obstacles with you, that they can get past this wall, that they can heal this connection with you. Having the hope still that you are the one for them. A lot of cards again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clarifiers instead of 3. Good grief. I'm missing something here. I've lost something on the floor. Yes, I sure have. 7 of Swords is what I've lost on the floor. Not wanting to be hurt. It's also an energy of leaving something behind. Clarifying the Chariot, I get the Knight of Swords, 6 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, the Emperor. Wow. Knight of Swords, fastest moving knight in the deck. We've seen this Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. Like I said, this is an energy of someone who wants to just go for it, someone who doesn't need to think about it. Let's just take the action. Like they've already decided in advance. They're just going to rush in and do it and not think about it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. But I'm getting this snail's pace instead, and that throws them off balance. And it looks like they're representing you as the Emperor here, the person who's actually in control of everything. Like they don't get to call the shots. You do, Leo. And they're viewing you as the one that's being in control of all that, and they're off balance because they don't have the ability to make the decision here. This is them wanting to just rush forward and take this decisive action and do it. This is a person who doesn't think about it first, or while they're doing it, they just do it. And they can't rush forward and just do it. What they're trying to rush forward to just do is this birthing something new with you, but there's a wall in the way of that. 6 of Swords is next, more Aquarius energy. This is the card that comes after this 5 of Swords that's in their energy here. So it looks like progress is happening somewhat. At its core, this is about moving away from some mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. It's about leaving that behind and moving forward toward what they want. Now, there is an implied choice here, and it's like when this person moves forward into the future, are they going to carry the burden that this pain caused them? Are they going to continue to allow themselves to be trapped in this painful situation here and let that continue to bring up barriers and weigh them down as they move forward? Or are they going to bring forward into the future the lesson this painful thing taught them so this doesn't happen to them anymore? There is definitely an energy here of leaving something behind and moving forward. Sometimes that's an energy of this person deciding to leave you behind and move forward without you. Sometimes it's an energy of let's leave this painful thing that happened between us behind, and let's move forward together and not carry all the burdens of that with us. Let's not carry the pain with us. Let's not carry the blame with us. Let's not carry the fighting about it with us. Let's leave all that in the past where it belongs and move forward. 4 of Pentacles is Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. That's laying right next to the Lovers. They're not wanting to let go of you, Leo. They don't want to lose you here. And they feel like they have because there's a Tower on the other side of that. 4 of Cups, Cancer energy. This is emotionally discontent, not fully happy with the way things are. They're staring at these 3 cups, this reconciliation energy, and they're daydreaming about you, and they're not happy because they don't actually have you. There's a love offer between the two of you, but it hasn't been accepted or rejected yet. It's just kind of been left here hanging in the air, hanging in limbo, and they're feeling trapped by that. They're feeling stuck by that, and it's mentally and psychologically painful. Probably even an element of feeling betrayed by that because they're viewing you as the one for them, and they're getting this distorted end of the connection here. It's what it's feeling like. 3 of Pentacles, more Capricorn energy of teamwork, collaboration, working together as equals to build something of value, to build that 10 of Pentacles. We've seen that several times. King and Queen of Pentacles are separated. The Ten of Pentacles has always been behind the King of Pentacles. So someone's in control of whether you guys combine together or not. And it doesn't necessarily look like them. They're not happy because there's not this teamwork and collaboration and working together to build what it is that they probably had a plan for with you at some point before some collapse has taken place here. Ace of Wands. Again, Leo, that was your very first card in your energy. A passionate new beginning and passion and desire. Phallic symbol, so it's sexual energy, sex, attraction. This can also, like I said, be re-sparking a connection, firing a connection back up, re-sparking the passion and the desire in the connection. And then there's the Emperor again, which again is feeling like how they're representing you, the one that's in control. This is all four kings of all four suits rolled up into one person. This is an energy of like taking control, taking charge of a situation. This can be someone who puts boundaries and barriers in place. This is the person that like is the master manifester, that has a plan for what he wants and is executing the plan to get what he wants. It's also the counterpart. This is odd too. Very last clarifier for them. Very first clarifier for them. The Emperor and the Empress. If we've already seen this King and Queen of Wands as counterparts, like power couple. Two cards that should be together, two people that should probably be together, at least in terms of how you guys are viewing it. The Emperor and the Empress is all four kings and all four queens. So if that's a power couple, this is a power couple on steroids. This is a powerful connection. I've got that. I've got the Lovers out here. I've got the King and the Queen of Wands out here. The Two of Cups is out here. And some barrier in the way between the two of you. Probably some sort of a breakup or abandonment that happened. Clear indicators that communication has shut down. Clear indicators that both of you have gone through this period of time where I'm trying to figure out, is this even what I want? Should I continue investing here? Is this ever going to turn into what I want, or should I cut my losses and move on? Things are stuck in that kind of an energy here. There's the willingness to put the work in on it. There's this also an energy of trying to hold myself back from putting the work in on it. A lot of attraction, a lot of desire. Man, this is looking like a mess, but it's also looking like it's fixable. Now, if you still have questions you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. When you do, you'll be taken to more Leo love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation, and I'll see you in the next video.